come. My daughter. That's my daughter.
Yeah, let your daughter in.
Yes, let my daughter in. That's my daughter. Yeah, let my daughter in.
Good morning. I am Mona Suazo, Assistant Deputy Mayor, Public Safety. We are here today to tell you about an exciting new initiative for New York City called Every Block Counts. Every Block Count is a multi-agency and community partnership to transform the conditions and culture on blocks in New York City that for many years had to endure high levels of violent crimes and disorder. Every Block Count is and will be another shining example of the mayor's vision for breaking down silos and building partnerships to achieve our shared North Star, a safe, fair, thriving city for all New Yorkers. It is my honor to introduce the 110th mayor of New York City, Mayor Eric Adams.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we're really excited about this entire concept called Every Block Counts, because every block does count. And it is important, and you can't treat blocks differently based on their zip code or geographical location. And really want to thank Councilwoman Sanchez and our amazing Assemblywoman for being here as well. Assemblywoman Tapia has just been on the front line of public safety, some of the coordinations with communities and organizations and groups and giving them the support that they need, and it does not go unnoticed. And this initiative is one of the many initiatives that we're doing as a city to go into the crevices. It's one thing to give you stats and numbers. Yes, we know we have brought down crime repeatedly since my time in office. Yes, we are aware of the number of firearms we've removed off the streets, but that means nothing to a mother that has lost her son or daughter to crime, or someone that's a victim of a violent crime. We know we must not only ensure that our city is actually safe, but people must feel safe. And you do that by dealing with the various entities that feed into the sense of disorder. New Yorkers deserve to live in a neighborhood that's safe, that's productive, that's clean, and that allows them to raise healthy children and form families, where the streets and sidewalks are clean. How are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, let me finish my move. Where the streets and sidewalks are clean and well lit, where signs are clear and easy to read, all of these basic items that seem fundamental, but once you leave the core of Manhattan, you see them start to dissipate and drop off, and we don't give it the same level of certainty that it deserves. A community where you are safe in gun violence and other crimes, and you will have a good quality of life. And to make safe and clean neighborhoods is a reality for New Yorkers. We're going to be dedicated and committed to making that happen. And we're going to go granular. We're going to go down into the crevices of all of our neighborhoods to identify the problems that we see on the ground. And this October, we were proud to launch Every Block Counts, a comprehensive new pilot program to make sure that specific blocks in New York City are monitored and watched and get the quality of care that they deserve. They have historically seen high levels of gun violence, receive intensive multi-agency support in order to reduce crime and improve quality of life, making neighborhood more livable. This is our focus. And participating agencies that would include, but not limited to, the New York City Police Department, FDNY, the Department of Sanitation, the Parks Department, the Department of Environmental Protection, and the Department of Health, and many others. It is a collaboration, taking down the barriers and walls that prevent us from acting and responding as a team. And we are focused on 5 blocks from each of the 2 precincts in our city with the most shooting incidents over the past 5 years. The 4-6 precinct in the Bronx and the 73rd precinct in Brooklyn. We are creating a safer, more livable environment based on each block's immediate needs. No 2 blocks are the same. No 2 precincts are the same. They all have individual needs, and we're responding to that. Since the beginning of this program, the 46th and 73rd precincts have not had one shooting or a single shots fired incident on these 10 blocks. Compared to 3 incidents in 2023, major crime has also decreased on the blocks. Not one shooting, not one shot fired. Some of these incidents that we are doing in each of the blocks as participation in this program is repairing street and parking signage, cleaning public spaces, removing graffiti, and repaving sidewalks. We continue to build on these improvements and focus on the next steps that are needed to keep the neighborhood safe and orderly. And each block has a block CEO, a chief executive officer, we like to call her. Ms. Cuthberton, the block, the block CEO and community board 5 member. We want to thank her for hosting us here today and allowing us to be on the block CEO. Thank you. She has firsthand experience with gun violence, losing her son, Devon, at 24 years old. The pain never dissipates. The pain never goes away. But the question becomes, how do we turn that pain into purpose? And that's what she's doing to ensure that other mothers are not going to experience that excruciating pain of losing a child. And the heartbreak turned her into inspiration to improve a neighborhood, to inspire youth, and bond together as a community. And we will not stop until there are no more stories of heartbreak. Every Block Counts is our latest initiative to increase cooperation between city agencies to ensure that our cities works better for everyone. It builds on the continued downward trend of 2024's crime reduction and our administration's goal to end gun violence in New York City. In our first 2 years in office, New York City experienced double-digit decreases in homicides and shootings. Homicides and shootings incidents have continued to decrease in 2024 compared to 2023. We removed over 19,000 guns off our street since we've been in office, and over 5,000 this year alone, close to 6,000 this year alone. We came into an office with a clear mission to make New Yorkers safe and ensure that this city continues to be the safest big city in America. Our goal is to make it the safest city in America. Yesterday we were downtown on 5th Avenue, some of the most expensive real estate in our city, if not the country. And here we are in the Bronx to ensure that the same tender, loving care we give to 5th Avenue, we're going to give it here in the borough of the Bronx, in the borough of Brooklyn, in the borough of Queens, in Manhattan, Staten Island. This is a 5-borough administration where we look after the needs of working class people, not just in the pricey zip codes, but in every zip code, because every family matter, and most importantly, every block counts. Thank you very much for this.
Every Block Counts is laser focused on blocks in New York City that had to endure high levels of violent crimes and disorders for many years. Our goal is to enhance public safety by transforming the conditions and culture on those blocks permanently. This is a data-driven strategy. The first 10 blocks, 5 in the 46th precinct and 5 in the 73rd precinct, were selected based on data. Historically high levels of violent crimes, including shooting incidents. We formed a multi-agency partnership to identify quality of life conditions on those blocks that could be improved with existing resources within 30 days. Our agency partners include Department of Sanitation, Department of Buildings, Department of Parks and Recreation, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, Department of Housing Preservation and Development, Department of Transportation, Department of Environmental Protection, New York City Housing Authority, the Fire Department, and of course, the New York City Police Department. As a first step, in October 2024, our Every Block Count multi-agency team walked the 10 blocks and put together a 30-day punch list of 146 items for improvement on each of the blocks. After 30 days, the team was able to complete 111 items, including repairing streets and park signs, cleaning public spaces, painting fire hydrants, removing graffiti, repaving sidewalks, and many more. We have now built a permanent multi-agency team, Knights of the Round Table, in each of the 2 precincts, who are dedicated to working together to improve quality of life on each of the blocks. Our team will have monthly meetings to make sure we maintain our progress and we build upon. We also have dedicated public safety teams that will visit the blocks every 2 weeks to see for themselves the quality of life of the blocks and connect with our key customers, the people who live and work on the blocks. The cornerstone partner for every block count is the block CEO, a resident of each of the blocks that has volunteered to be the eyes and ears on those blocks, to hold us accountable and make sure we are making progress. It is now my honor to introduce our amazing Every Block Count CEO for Morris Avenue, Carrie Cuthbertson.
Good morning, Mayor Adams, Deputy Director Parker, and community members and partners. Thank you for being here at the Bean Morris Community Garden, a place that holds deep meaning to our community. For our community, this garden is named after my beloved son, Devon, who was affectionately known as Bean. In December 2019, our world was shattered when Devon was tragically shot and killed just a few feet from this very spot. He was only 24 years old. At the time, this space reflected in the struggles of our community. It was abandoned, overrun with rats, and in a state of disrepair. Crime was rampant and fear gripped our neighborhood. But as broken as we felt, I knew we couldn't let it stay this way. Something had to change. So we rallied together and began to transform this space with the help from Kelly, Miss Sally, Miss Liz, Jermaine, Marlene, and a few others. That's amazing. We slowly cleared away the decay and despair. As a member of Community Board 5 and a lifelong advocate against gun violence, I've always been committed to my community. But this project became deeply personal. When I was asked to be a block CEO for the Every Block Counts program, I didn't hesitate. I knew this initiative could bring real, tangible change. With the support of our neighbors, we presented our precinct commanding officer with our concerns, a list of concerns that needed attention from various cities, agencies, and to our amazement, things started happening. For the first time in years, we saw rapid improvement. The transformation was nothing short of remarkable. Our streets are now clean, graffiti is gone, trash is picked up, and the area feels brighter and more inviting. Most importantly, we feel safer. This garden, once a symbol of neglect, is now a haven of hope and connection. We come together as a community in ways I could have only dreamed of. On Halloween, we hosted an event where 700 children attended. We gave them pizza, candy, and it was entirely funded from the donations of our neighbors. We now hold regular events for kids, and even our seniors have found a peaceful place to gather. The love and support I feel from this community will fill me with joy and purpose. Together, we built more than a garden. We built a family. Every Block Counts has given us the tools to make our voices heard and to show that our block, our people, and our stories matter. Mayor Adams, Your commitment to this initiative has made all the difference. When you say every block counts, I can proudly say that our block counts. And as we look to the future, we're reminded that change happens one step, one effort, and one block at a time. Thank you for believing in us, for empowering us, and for standing with us. Together we are creating a brighter future, one block at a time.
Yep,
thank you.
Come on, brother. Hold on. Yes. We got you.
It is my honor to introduce Assemblymember Tapia.
Thank you all for being here. This is an amazing time that we are celebrating every block count, and I want to thank the CEO of our every block count that is here in our district, and all of you for being here, because I mean, as it's been said, the 46th person that is my preferred, the one that I love the most, no, you know, because the others are not here, because the other three are not here. And the amazing job that they have done. But I want to thank our mayor, Eric Adams, for this initiative and for listening to our voices and to our request. I remember the letter that we, as Councilwoman Pierina Sanchez and I in this area, the 46% wrote, I mean, regarding how we wanted something like this to happen. Thank you, Mayor, for listening to us and for putting this together. That's not only have made changes already, but it's going to continue doing that. So thank you to my captain, my president, Jeremy Chilblin, for all what he does. Every time that he calls me after 12 o'clock in the morning, I always know that something happened. But let me tell you something. He hasn't called me in 3 months. So at that time, he hasn't called me in 3 months after 12 o'clock in the morning. So that means, and the numbers show how the change has been going so fast in these neighborhoods. I mean, 3 months ago, we have 3 young people killed just in Burnside, in that 3 blocks. 3 people killed in 1 week, guys. That was one of the most terrible things that we had to go through. Because I mean, we have to try to find a solution and to try to find an explanation for it. And we know what the explanation is, what our community needs. It needs this. It needs that one block, every block counts.
That's right.
That we have the clean, that we have every single thing that our community needs to actually feel safe. But too often the Bronx is left behind, and our neighborhoods and residents suffer the consequences. The 46% has seen an increase in major crimes this year, and it is clear that urgent action was needed to address these issues and ensure the safety of our neighborhoods. I have heard directly from residents across our district who share a common concern. They want to feel safe in their homes and on their streets. Our community has witnessed multiple shootings within just a few blocks from where we are today. Like I said, Burnside Avenue, which is one of the 4 blocks that we are talking about. Every resident in our district deserves to be safe, and every block should be a place where families can thrive. In our district, the Every Block Counts initiative will focus on specific blocks here along Morris Avenue, as well as Walton and Elm Place. These areas have experienced a rise in overall crime, and this program is focused on providing immediate support to improve safety and address quality of life. This program will bring targeted resources to our neighborhoods that have affected that are being affected by crime, with a focus on making these areas safer and more livable for our residents. It is about restoring safety, reducing violence, and making our streets places where families can feel secure. I am grateful to the City of New York, including Mayor Adams, NYPD, and our 46th precinct, for focusing on our neighborhoods. We will continue to work to make sure our streets are safe and our families are secure. Guys, this fight is for us to have. And let's do it, let's win it, and we can win it. Okay?
That's right.
It is now my honor to introduce Council Member Sanchez.
Yes, my new voter coming.
Brought 2 new voters to this block, Mr. Mayor. Anybody know how to catch a baby? All right, it could happen. It could happen. Mr. Mayor, thank you. Thank you for your focus on this block. I just want to start with one reality. Just 4% of blocks in all of the city of New York account for almost all of the shootings. 4%. This is why we hear statistics and data like, oh, New York is doing great, New York is doing wonderful, we're all doing better. But us here on Morris, we don't feel that. We don't feel that. And that's the importance of this initiative. It's a recognition that our reality here on Morris and here in the 4-6 is different than the rest of the city of New York. But it's been said, we know what we need. We know what we need. And it is this reality that if we bring together all of the city's resources, if we focus on youth development, if we focus on opportunities, Mr. Mayor, you talked a lot about Friday Night Lights and opening up our schools for our kids. If we do these things and invest in our youth and we invest in community, we can become safer. There have been too many shootouts on this block. On this particular block, my office is across the street. I've ducked bullets pregnant like this with my first child, and we've done that together. My first call was to Miss Carol, right? And the trauma that brings to this neighborhood, and especially you, Miss Carol, after what you've been through, is unacceptable. And I'm so glad that today we're making a commitment, a recommitment, and not just a commitment, Mr. Mayor, but action to show that we're going to make a difference here and in all the violent blocks in the city of New York. Now, I gotta take this moment of privilege, since I have the mic, to shout out somebody extremely special, Inspector Jeremy Shublin from the 4-6. Mr. Mayor, he's too good of a person to not rise through the ranks in the NYPD, and I just put my full weight and support, and I want him here in the 4-6, but put my full weight and support. He is truly an example of an exemplary officer and leader in our community who is accessible to all of us at all hours, in all moments. Mr. Mayor, we don't agree on every single thing, but we agree on a few key things. I think we got housing done right last week.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
City of Yes.
City of Yes. We got a big major housing policy done together in partnership last week. And today we're talking about how do we reduce violence in the most violent areas of our city. This is what it takes. This is what it looks like. Partnership despite differences, and progress despite obstacles. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Open up to a few. Yeah, I know she does. Go ahead. Oh, you can do that. You got a question, or you just want to say kudos to someone?
Yeah, I just want to shoot out to Inspector Jeremy, Chief
Hurley?
He's right, Curly.
Yeah. Yes.
These guys, you can call them anytime. They don't use the office as a hangout.
Right.
You can call them anytime, and you guarantee Chief Curly can answer and call you back. And the inspector, he can come where you live in. What's your partner number?
Love it.
So he's a great guy, Inspector.
Yes.
He's a great guy. The people love him in the community, and him and Curly, two great guys. I know. I'm president of the Peace and Council for 20
Okay,
years.
okay.
They call me a snitch, but I don't snitch. I tell. I just.
All right,
I
all
don't
right.
snitch. I just tell them. You wouldn't stop me. You have to stop it.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
One together, 2 minutes. You could come to the school for one. She prays for you. She love you.
Thank you so much.
Are there any immediate expansion plans for this?
We're looking. This has proven to be successful, and both the councilwomen and the assembly women, they both advocated for this style, and Chauncey Parker, the deputy mayor of public safety, and his team responded, and the idea that gave birth here through a painful moment, we're looking to expand to other locations throughout the city. As it was indicated, there's a small percentage of blocks that you're seeing a lot of the gun violence that's actually taking place, and we want to zero in on those locations, so we're looking to do an expansion as well.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Can we get a picture?